When a narcissist is alone, the most obvious thing you would think they could do is visit adult websites or spy on you. But that's not where the worst of them stop. They do heinous things that are not only gross but totally embarrassing. Like if you were to watch them doing this stuff, you would not believe your own eyes. That is how diabolical these hidden things are. Let's talk about them one by one. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for today is 5 embarrassing things narcissists do when nobody is watching. Number 1, they simulate your death to see how they feel about you. Yes, you heard me right. When no one is around, some narcissists go to a strange mental place. One of the easiest things they do is mentally simulate your death. Of course, not because they love you, not because they would miss you, or they are exploring some worst case scenario. They are checking something. They want to see if they would feel anything at all. Would they feel free? Would they be able to move on and finally be happy? Would they enjoy the power they would have in the situation, or would they enjoy the people's sympathy for being the grieving one? Or would they feel rage because even in death, you would still have more attention than them? They might even cry, but please don't mistake it for grief. It is self-pity. The tears are for the narcissist left behind, not for the person who is gone. In this sick rehearsal, they imagine people flocking to them, consoling them, or praising their strength, or not finding out who did the deed. They create imaginary conversations and funeral speeches where they still control the narrative. This fake death gives them a chance to test drive your absence while fantasizing about how to rewrite your story in their favor. It's of course not love, as I said, it's rehearsal. A sick secret ritual where your humanity is reduced to a prop for fantasy. This is how they murder you in their imagination when they cannot do it in reality. And understand, when a narcissist does this, when a point comes in a relationship where a narcissist starts thinking about this stuff, either it is becoming really dangerous or you have given them a narcissistic injury big enough that they feel totally powerless before you. Number 2, they go on a crazy sexual trip. When the mask comes off and no one is around, narcissists go feral. They indulge in secret sexual fantasies they would never admit to in public. And some of these go so far off the rails, they are not just private, they are criminal, predatory, and soul deadening. There are narcissists who watch content so degrading that it would make you sick to your stomach. Some even cross lines with animals. Yes, bestiality. Because it's not about attraction. You remember? It's about the whole. It's about domination. About doing the one thing no one expects. About shocking even themselves. You know what I'm talking about. They like the thrill of pushing boundaries that should never be touched. That's what turns them on. The sense of taboo. The idea that they are untouchable. They enjoy the power of secrecy, of knowing they can hide this side of them and still fool the world. And if they are in a relationship, they find their own ways to cheat without ever getting caught. They will create fake profiles, hire escorts, or exchange perverted videos while acting like your royal and loyal partner. They like betraying you under your nose. It gives them a high. The secret, the deception, the danger. It is a twisted version of intimacy. But the scariest part is, even these dark trips do not satisfy them because it's never enough. They just keep escalating. Number 3, they mark their bodily fluids on your things. When they feel disrespected, challenged, injured, or rejected, narcissists do not always explode in front of you. They sometimes do something far more disturbing. Private revenge, I call it. The kind you cannot prove, the kind that desecrates your space in disgusting ways. For example, spitting in your food, urinating in your closet, smearing stuff on your toothbrush, wiping themselves on your bed sheets. It's vile, it's humiliating, but all of it is hidden, it remains hidden. They mark your belongings like animals, except even animals have loyalty. The narcissist's goal is degradation. They want to infect your space with their hatred, to mock your trust, to create a hidden power imbalance where only they know they have defiled your world. It is that invisible middle finger. You may sense something is off. That shirt smells weird. That food tastes wrong. That bathroom has a strange vibe. But you dismiss it because who would do something so wild? That's what you will think. A narcissist would. And they would do it with a smirk. They may never admit it, but they enjoy imagining you using something they have desecrated, eating what they spit on, wearing what they urinated near. It gives them a secret thrill. You will never know, but they will. And that is enough for them. How do I know this? Well, my narcissistic mother confessed to me that she once urinated on a piece of bread and fed it to my father because she wanted to do some kind of spell on him so that he remains under her control. Which brings us to number 4. They do black or dark magic on you. This one isn't metaphorical. Many narcissists are obsessed with control, and when manipulation no longer works in the physical world, they try to hijack the spiritual one. They reach out to dark energy practitioners, black magicians, evil priests, anyone who promises to bind your life, curse your money, ruin your health, or cause chaos in your relationships. And yes, they pay for it. They whisper your name over candles. They send your photos to be hexed. They bury items connected to you in graveyards. They don't see it as evil. They see it as insurance. In their mind, you wronged them. Okay? You dared to leave. You exposed them. You cut off their supply. And that kind of rebellion cannot go unpunished. So instead of healing, they go hunting for dark rituals, for symbols of power, for secret tools that give them the illusion they are still in charge. Some of them do it alone, lighting black candles, doing incantations from the internet, or writing your name in red ink to banish your energy. Others pay professionals who specialize in psychic attacks. They don't care about karma or spiritual consequences of all of this. All they want is for your life to stop moving forward. And the most twisted part, when your life gets better, they panic. They start new rituals. They consult new shamans because your peace is their pain. Number 5, they eat like an animal. When no one is around to judge them, narcissists binge like they're preparing for war. And not in a cute, snacky way. This is primal, uncontrolled consumption. Fast food wrappers everywhere. Rotting leftovers stacked in corners. Bottles upon bottles of soda, beer, or worse, molded dishes piled in the sink. Roaches crawling across empty pizza boxes. And they still eat. They shovel food in like it's their last day on earth. They eat in the dark, in silence, with crumbs all over their shirt, sauces on their fingers, food on their face, no table, no manners, just stuffing their face like the world owes them more. Why? Because binge eating gives them what people cannot: instant gratification without judgment, a part of their addiction. It makes them feel full when they're empty, powerful when they feel weak, loved even when nobody is calling. They may even record mukbang style videos or keep secret stashes of food hidden in drawers and closets, hoarding, devouring, all in private. But the shame creeps in after, the stomach pain, the mess, the regret. So they hide the evidence, throw away trash at 3 a.m., spray perfume on their filth, smile like nothing happened. You would never guess the person preaching self-discipline online or posting gym selfies is the same person who ate 6 burgers while watching horror porn at midnight, then cried themselves to sleep. All of that sounds crazy, but it's true. To conclude all of this, what narcissists do when no one is watching is not just embarrassing, it is revealing. It tells you who they are when they do not need to perform. It shows you the decaying world behind the mask, the obsession, the self-destruction, the filth, the fantasy, and the fear. Because no matter how confident they appear, their private world is filled with shame, rot, and rituals of desperation. They're not just insecure, they're sick with power, addicted to domination, obsessed with making you feel small, even when you're not even around. So if you ever wonder why the narcissist seems so angry when you are doing so well, so shaken when you are distant, or so obsessed with control, it is because When the audience is gone, they fall apart and they'll do anything to feel powerful again, even if that means simulating your death, marking your belongings like a beast, violating sacred spaces, or summoning darkness in your name. They do not just lose control behind closed doors, they lose themselves. That is what I want you to remember. And with that, let's bring this episode to an end. Before you go, a quick announcement. I'm doing an online workshop. The topic will be how to break the trauma bond, how to shatter it in 5 practical steps. If you are stuck and would want to set yourself free, do not forget to enroll yourself. Book your spot at an early bird price. The link is in the description of this episode, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.